GoPowercat.com here with Logan Landers, the newest addition to the Kansas State men's basketball program. First of all, Logan, congratulations. Thanks for taking time with us. And how does it feel to be a Wildcat?
It's awesome. I'm very excited. They've always, been the top priority for me. And, after narrowing things down and coming to the conclusion that that's where I need to be, I was excited to tell Coach Weber the news. And then yesterday was a dream come true, signing on the dotted line, something that's still surreal to me.
So it's been a few weeks here since you committed. Has it really set in yet that you're going to be playing at a D1 level here? Is it still sinking in for you?
Yeah, it's still sinking. It is not. It has not fully sank in at all. I mean, I know what it's about. I have a picture of what it's about. I'm excited to get there and work. I'm excited to go to the campus and see everything. The people there I already know are outstanding, amazing people. But I feel like it's going to be a while before it really sinks in because this is an opportunity that I've dreamt of, and getting to live it out is something that I'm going to really cherish and take full advantage of.
Overall, how was your recruitment process as a whole? I know we're going through some crazy times. You had a lot of, big name offers. You had, K-State, KU, Mizzou, TCU, some familiar schools for fans in the Big 12. How was it overall for you?
It was a very how shall I say, enjoyable process. I mean, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I mean, I was on the mound playing baseball, trying to figure out if I could play college for that sport, and then some things changed it, and I shifted into basketball, and then I started to get a little more recognition, and one after another. Um, and it's been a process that I never would have thought would have happened, but I put in the work and just did my thing, and look at me now. I'm gonna be a K-State Wildcat, and I couldn't be happier with my decision. This is something that I fully want to do, and nothing that I would change about it.
Obviously, you announced a few Fridays back. When did you really know that K-State was a school for you?
Well, when I announced on that Friday, I had known probably like a full week that that's what I wanted to do. And my dad and I had talked, and we had talked, and he's been the main person, one of the main people in this that has really helped me. But I had known for a good week that's where I'm gonna go. And it was just finalizing some stuff, really getting in touch with my thoughts, and then one of the most exciting and relaxing phone calls when I got to call Coach Weber and tell him the news that let's make it official.
Taking a step back from that, as a whole, when did you really realize? I know we talked about baseball for you, but when did you realize that this was a reality for you that you're going to be playing at a D1 level, regardless of where it is?
When I got my first offer from UW in Milwaukee, and then other ones started to pile on, when those other offers started to come in, it was starting to hit me more and more that, I could really do this. And when that started to happen, it just was even more motivation than before. And that really pushed me along the way to really get to that next level of playing D1 and being successful at that level as well.
So you were initially a 2021 prospect, you reclassified into 2022, and now you're officially now a 2021 target again. Walk us through that process. Why did you switch? Why did you switch back? Did the pandemic impact that, and what went into that?
So going into it, I was 2021. I started to get some offers and stuff, which was awesome. But with everything going on, I didn't even know if any colleges would have gotten to see me play like after, like in person and stuff, or on the Google Meets or whatever. So the reclass was basically just in case we didn't get to play, because I didn't want to take the chance of no, but like not them not getting to see me play, because I didn't know if it would be an honored scholarship or what it would be. But luckily we got to play, and then college just stuck around, and I got to make the decision for it.
What exactly was it that separated K-State from the other schools?
There's a long list. The main driving point for me was the coaching staff and the relationship that I got to build with Coach Lowry, Coach Weber, Coach Southwell. All those guys are just amazing, good people that care not only about me as a basketball player, but me as a person off the court, making sure my needs are met, academic, personal, all that type of stuff. Um, I love the college. I love the college town. I've gotten to look into that more. I had my sister's friend who had worked there, and he told me it was nothing but amazing. Everybody that I've talked to that has been to Kansas State, even if they didn't know I was a basketball player, they have nothing but good things to say about it. You don't really get that with a lot of cities. I mean, a lot of places have their goods and bads. I mean, but with Kansas State and Manhattan, I mean, there's nothing really not to like about it. So I love it. Couldn't be happier with it.
I'm sure you got, some warm welcomes when you made it official from some of the players, but have you gotten a chance to talk with them over the phone, with any of the current players? I know you're kind of alone in your 2021 class as of this moment, but what players have you talked with?
Yeah, so Siri on the team right now, he had played on Macaron Fire for a travel AAU team, and I had played with them for a little bit, and I got to know Siri a little bit through that. And then after I'd got the scholarship from Kansas State, he had reached out to me, and just kind of told me about it, and then I reached out to him, and we had talked, and I'd say we FaceTimed a couple times before I made my final decision. He really told me everything that he experiences and experiencing right now as a player and as a person. And I told him, I said, please give me it straight up, give me it 100% the real. I don't want it to just be all the good things. I want the goods and the bads. And there wasn't necessarily bads. It's more just college is a grind as a student athlete, and that's something that I accept because I want to be a successful student athlete at Kansas State. So Siri helped me a lot with that. And, he's a really good guy. And a couple other the guys reached out saying like, hey, congratulations. Be ready to work. And, it's just exciting things to get to meet, some of my possible teammates in the upcoming years.
You talked about which coaches. I mean, you talked about all the coaches, how they were kind of made the difference and separated the, K-State from the other schools. But I'm curious which coach in specific was kind of recruiting you the hardest, and which coach do you have the best relationship with at this point in time?
Or Coach Lowry was really, sticking his neck out there a lot for me. And really, I have just loads of letters from, Case. I mean, it just goes on and on, that type of stuff. Calling and talking about how I'm doing, not just on the basketball end, but the personal end. He's been one that I've developed a really close relationship with. And then it would be Coach Weber after that, which was really cool to me that those guys, being the top coaches, would reach out and check in on me, talk to me, and just show how much they really want me at their campus.
Based on talking with some of the coaches, have you kind of gotten a sense of what your role might be at Kansas State, and kind of what they see in your game and what they like about you on the court?
I mean, basketball is becoming such a diverse game where when you step on the court, you really got to be able to do everything if you want to play at a high level. So, um, I'm 6'10", 225. I'm going to be quote unquote a big man. So when I get there, whatever coach asks of me, I'm going to do, as a player there, a new guy, but as you should do. But I feel my role is going to be a lot of big man type things down in the post, getting rebounds, setting screens, being able to pick and pop, all that type of stuff, and being able to show the diversity of my game, being able to step out from the 3-point line as well, because that just opens up so much more for my teammates on well as me here and there.
K-State struggled last year, 3-15 in the Big 12, 11-21 overall. How excited are you to kind of be a part of a rebuilding process in Manhattan? I know that this year's freshman class is very solid. Bruce Weber's best ever at Kansas State. How excited are you to kind of be a part of that and bring things kind of back to that winning culture at K-State?
I'm ecstatic. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, they've had, last year, everybody has bumps in the roads. I mean, they've had a very good upbringing too. Coach Weber, he's one of the best at what he does. So, I mean, this class coming in here, it's an extremely good class. And to be a part next year of that, and that upbringing of a team. It's going to be a lot of fun to bring back that, that atmosphere in Manhattan, and, winning games, having fun while doing it, and all that type of fun stuff.
For someone who's never seen you play, or maybe never even seen your film, can you talk about your game a little bit? I spoke with your AAU coach Antonio Curro a while back, and he told me that you're kind of the diamond in the rough in your class, someone that really is, your potential is not been fully unleashed, so to speak. So, how much of your game do you still think that you can work on? But also, if someone's never seen you before, what should they expect?
With the whole development of my game, I'd say, well, about a year ago is when I really started to push hard for basketball. So, I mean, I always played and I always had fun while playing. And I was usually an all right player. But to say a year ago, I just started to really push hard for basketball and to be able to bring in the attention. I think there's a lot that the K-State coaches and weight trainer and everything can really bring out in me that, I probably can't even think of right now because I don't know. Um, there's a lot that I am able to do, and I know it can be tapped into with the coaches. And, something that for people that have never seen me play, I mean, I like to play with a very high motor and high energy. I mean, I like I like watching old time basketball. The guys could play and, kind of jaw jack back and forth and talk with each other, and nothing would be said. They could play physical. And that's something that's a lot of fun to me and brings a lot of excitement to the game as long as you do it in a controlled manner. So, that's something of mine that I really try to set apart from other people. Be very explosive, be very um, not emotional, but very like intense into the game. But I like a big thing for me is shooting. I love shooting. I love getting down low and being able to kind of be crafty down low. So that's kind of my game.
Your coach also said that you don't play video games. You're the type of person that needs to be kicked out of the gym. How would you describe your work ethic towards basketball?
I mean, when I decided that I was going full into basketball, that pretty much became my life. I mean, I God blessed me with this height. I'm very blessed about it. So why not? There's a lot of people that don't have that chance to be this tall, and I was like, well, why not take advantage of it? Why not, do it so that I can, be proud of myself later on. No, video games is not my type of thing. When I was little, I played a little bit, and as I got older, I got very focused in sports, and they're not that fun anymore. In the gym stuff, I mean, there's not much else to do in general. I mean, I'm not a big partier. Partying is not really my thing. So why not do something that's going to get me better in life and hopefully push me forward later in life?
Couple more things for you. Is there anyone out there that you kind of model your game after, or someone that if someone's watching you play, are they going to get reminiscent of a certain player?
I've been asked that question a couple of times, and it's always hard for me to, put it out. I mean, my favorite all-time player is Michael Jordan. That's the GOAT to me. But I mean, I love Larry Bird, Larry Bird's type of play. His shooting ability, but I kind of favor more going in the I take more of account going into the post because that's something that I need to do. Um, you know, Christian Leitner was a very some like to say dirty player, but the guy played his butt off and was a hard, intense, wanting to win player. And that's something I love, and I like watching that type of stuff. Um, Everybody has their own opinions on his style of play, which can always vary. But Christian Leitner, Larry Bird, those type of players are people that I try my best to model after, to see if I could get to that type of level of play.
I'm sure you've kind of become a little more familiar with the Big 12 because you got, recruited by a handful of schools within the conference. But being from Wisconsin, I'm sure you didn't know much about the league. How excited are you to really play in this? It's considered one of the best leagues, if not the best league in college basketball. The Ken Palm rankings, BPI always has it consistently number one in the nation. How excited are you for this challenge?
I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, I'm going to be continuously playing in front of 12,000 plus. I mean, it's a lot of people that we're going to be playing in front of. And, you can't ask more from that from a college standpoint because I like that the loud atmosphere. If you're on an away game, everyone's chirping, trying to get at you. Home games, it's ecstatic, live, fun. That type of conference is something that, who would want to pass up on that? And I didn't want to. So I made that move and I couldn't be more excited about it, really.
At Kansas State, do you have a major picked out yet? And what are your kind of your career aspirations outside of basketball?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go and get my business degree, and I will go into real estate, and I will start my own business in real estate because that's something that I've found very interesting, and it's not something that it's usually not something people can do right away like that. It's gonna take time. You're gonna have to work at it, and that's something that I'm gonna have fun with, I think, outside of the game of basketball.
Last question for you, man. What goals do you have here for Kansas State? Is it an individual, pardon me, thing that you kind of want to, a milestone for points or blocks, rebounds, or as a team, you want to reach a certain, milestone as far as the Big 12 or March Madness goes? What's on your mind for the next 4 years?
The next 4 years, I want to come out of K-State, number one, saying I did everything I could, every game to help us win. Number two, I want to win as many games as we possibly can um, over the 4 years. Obviously, want to win a Big 12 championship every year and, try to do something everyone dreams of in college, get to the NCAA tournament and try to make a run as far as we can. I mean, that's something that I think every kid going into college dreams of. But, when you got a team like K-State has and the upbringing of the young guys, I mean, that's just, it's a movie waiting to happen for something like that. So I think it's very possible that we can do that. And I'm just excited to be a part of it.
All right, there you have it. Logan Landers, the newest addition to the K-State men's basketball program. Logan, we wish you best of luck, and I certainly look forward to, following you and your process and watching you grow.
Thank you. Thank you.